It's time now for our press review with Antonia Kerrigan. We're beginning in Iran, Antonia, where the US has denied claims that they carried out a strike on a girls' school in Minab on the 28th of February. That claim, though, has raised a lot of questions and skepticism. What have you been reading?
Well, I'd like to start, Karis, by bringing you this fact-check piece from The Guardian. This is the strike that Donald Trump dismissed as an Iranian misfire on a girls' primary school. And The Guardian has been looking at evidence to the contrary. The school, first and foremost, is adjacent to a Revolutionary Guards compound. That's the school. These are Revolutionary Guards buildings. So it's already plausible that the US would have been targeting buildings in that area. Furthermore, a video, this is a screen grab of that video in which you see the missile. You don't see many of the other details. You can see other details elsewhere in the video. You can have a look online for it. That video has been geolocated and verified using details, and it appears to show not an Iranian Sumar missile, which would have a distinctive exterior engine at the rear, but a Tomahawk missile. The only party involved in this conflict at the moment that owns Tomahawk missiles a priori is the American. So that suggests it's a US, not Iranian missile. Furthermore, this is to be taken with a pinch of salt as it comes from Iranian state media, but this image that Iranian state media has shared shows the markings of US manufacturers on remaining fragments of those missiles found at the scene. Now, since then, of course, Iran has reeled from many more strikes, taking their toll on the population and also on the government. And of course, on the very first day, there was the death of Ali Khamenei, and 5 days ago, his son was appointed the new supreme leader. Iran Wire gives us a little update on what it's looking like at the top in Iran. What is very curious is that Mojtaba Khamenei is yet to be seen in public. Even stranger, the president is yet to have any contact with him, and also his ministers. There's, of course, a lot of speculation at the moment. Rumour suggests he might be injured or even seriously injured after those strikes killed much of his family, including his father. What kind of appointment was this really? To what extent is he running the show? This article also describes an administration in severe disarray that may not be able to pay salaries and bonuses before the upcoming Iranian New Year, but says the Revolutionary Guards are operating with great coordination. So you have to wonder if they're not really the ones in charge.
All right, moving on to some other news. And on Sunday, France will vote to elect local councils. It's the latest electoral touchstone before the presidential election next year, and it comes at a particularly fractious time in French politics.
Yes, let's start with this article in Le Monde. On the left, the presidential battle is already on everyone's mind. This, of course, as the left is more divided than ever. The far-left Francine Baude, currently little represented in local politics, wants to develop its local footprint. This as they have become something of a pariah to the rest of the left after Jean-Luc Mélenchon's anti-Semitic tirades and the killing of a far-right protester, Quentin Duroc. So the Socialists and Greens, of course, are out to prove that they can still be a political force without Francine Baude. Remains to be seen how that will go. Currently, the left hold the three largest cities in France, Paris, Marseille and Lyon. In Lyon, the left are on track to lose that city to the right. In Marseille, the left are ahead, but hard upon their heels are the far right. If the National Rally win Marseille, that will be an absolute political earthquake. And in Paris, the left are ahead, but not by much. This article in 20 Minutes, though, about the far right National Rally, explains that it's not just about the big cities. The National Rally have fielded more lists than ever before, including in small towns. This article explains Jordan Bardella, a year before the presidential's dreams of taking towns like Toulon, Nice, Marseille and Nîmes. But what they really want now is a footprint. In larger towns, voters tend to align with their national political convictions in these local elections. That's less the case in small towns. So the far right may have more of a chance of winning, and having councillors and mayors is the next step, a natural step for this party in their demonisation programme, making themselves more respectable.
All right, Antonia Kerrigan, thank you very much for that look at today's press. Thanks to you for watching. We'll be back after this short break on France 24.